Turn on the fuel. Run. Acho que isso está mal. Vamos aqui some gas. Parece que wow! Look at this, it starts, but it's smoking a lot. Wow, it is smoking. Wow, look at this. Wow, it smoked a lot. Now the smoke is disappearing. The smoke is disappearing. I can't believe it starts. I can't, wow. Let's see. That is incredible. It's a little ticking sound in the engine. Just a little bit. Not a lot, but there's a ticking sound, and I think it might be the valve adjustments that are off. But it does live, and it's surprisingly quiet. I'm going to rev it up a little bit. Well, the bike lives, guys. It starts and it runs. When I pull the choke, it dies. But I think it might be a fuel issue in the carbs. I'm probably going to pull out the carbs again. I'm also going to replace all the hoses. But for right now, since the bike is nice and warm, I'm going to change the engine oil on it. 17 millimeter, which I believe is the drain here. And yeah, and that's the oil. It doesn't look too terribly bad for such an old bike, so I assume somebody did change the oil at a certain point on it. It is very dirty, and the good thing is I don't see any debris. I don't see anything that would indicate that the engine is bad or fuel in the gas route. This works. Okay. This is a just a larger wrench. I couldn't get the cartridge one in there. Very tight. This is very tight on there. And I'm going to move this further. I want to make sure I drain all the oil from here. I don't want anything in here. I was actually expecting something else, but I don't know what I was expecting. But yeah, there we go. One of the largest oil filters I've ever seen on a motorcycle. This is like, the diameter is like huge. And it's a Honda branded oil filter. In contrast, this is on the right is the Super Tenere oil filter. This is the Honda Ascot oil filter. You can see it's just so much bigger. A 1991 Honda Accord filter fits in the threads. So I'm going to try it out. If it leaks, then I'm just going to replace it. I'll pay attention to the engine oil. Oh. We're almost ready to run her again, but I'm going to install new spark plugs first. Now we have some new spark plugs we're going to put in here. I have some new fuel hose This is the smaller hose that's going to go from the carburetor to the fuel. I'm actually running a little bit of a thicker one, but I might put one of this. It looks kind of trick to have this color, and it's a lot more flexible. I kind of like that. But
just like killing it, we like some kind of and I was on the radio. Apollo, my mother's part of it was just going on up here. Yes, great. I'm ready. Also, you get a steak from the grocery store, so this shit is a treat.
the new spark plugs in. It is time to hook up the battery and start her up. I did fill the fuel tank with some more gas. I suspect it was dying because it had very little gas in there. Now it's got a full tank. The Ascot lives. I am very surprised. Of course, I did spend $150 on that carb because the carb is extremely bad. I am missing the front cylinder, so no test drives yet. It is smoking quite a bit of oil from the exhaust. Before, I thought that the carburetor needed some work. It turns out it was just running out of fuel. That makes sense. I didn't put too much in there because I wanted to test it out. Now that it's running, I think it might be burning a little bit of oil. All the engine, I was cleaning it, so it is kind of smoking. It's smoking a little bit, but I'm surprised that it works. It goes into gear. The engine seems strong. I think the issue here is that there is a little bit of a ticking from the engine, and I think it might be the valves that are out of spec. So I'm going to look into the valves probably tomorrow. And since it's working, now I can order some parts like the fuel. So I just got to get that front brake on here. I don't have anything. That sounds pretty good. And for some reason the headlight started working randomly just by messing around with the switches, so that's a good surprise. The noise you hear is the speedometer. This assembly, it is loose, so, and I believe it's the cable. It's the cable for the RPM that is creating that. So I'm going to be pulling out the headlight assembly. I'm going to replace it with LEDs. I believe I am going to change the blinkers as well. The blinkers have seen better days, as you can see. And then I have to order a new battery and tires. And I think, and also I'm going to be lubing up all the cables as well. The clutch cable is not, I might have to renew it if I can't get it lubed up properly. And I'm very surprised that it fired up with very minimal work. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.